In a bright, bustling corner of Pineberry Forest lived a young hedgehog named Holly Prickleton. Holly was tiny, round, and excited about everything. She got especially excited when there was a parade, and today was Pineberry Forest's most famous event. The Great Hedgehog Parade. Every year, hedgehogs from all across the forest came together to show off their talents. Some danced, some juggled berries, some built tiny floats on mossy wheels. But this year, Holly had decided she wanted to do something different, something amazing. "I want to lead the parade," she told her best friends, Pip and Sprout, two cheerful hedgehog twins who were always up for mischief. "You," Pip said, eyes wide. "But only the grandest hedgehog gets to lead the parade." "Exactly," Holly chirped. "So, I'll just have to do something grand." Sprout tilted his head. "Like what?" Holly puffed up her quills, not in a grumpy way, just in a very enthusiastic way. "I'm going to make the biggest, brightest, sparkliest berry balloon float the forest has ever seen." The twins gasped. That would be grand. And so, they got to work. The berry balloon plan. Holly found the juiciest berries, the kind that made the most beautiful deep red paint. Pip collected dandelion fluff, perfect for soft decorations. Sprout gathered leaves as wide as hats and as shiny as emeralds. Their float started small, a leafy little cart pulled by two wooden wheels. But Holly had bigger dreams. "Bigger," she said. So they added a second layer. "Brighter," she said. So they polished everything until it glowed. "Sparklier," she said. So they added morning dewdrops that shimmered like stars. By noon, the float had become a towering, bouncing, berry-red balloon structure, with leafy flags fluttering and dandelion puff clouds swirling around it. It was marvelous. It was gigantic. It was wobbling just a tiny bit. "Do you think it's too big?" Pip asked nervously. Holly waved a paw. "Nonsense. The grander the better." Just then, Grandpa Prickleton, the wisest hedgehog in Pineberry, came strolling by with his walking stick. "Oh my quills," he said, peering up at the float. "That is the grandest thing I've seen in 82 years. But Holly, my dear, does it roll safely?" Holly blinked. "Roll?" But before anyone could answer, whoosh! A gust of wind blew through the forest, and the enormous berry balloon float began to roll away. The Great Berry Balloon Chase. "After I too," Holly squeaked, sprinting as fast as her tiny paws could go. Pip and Sprout dashed after her. The float rolled down a mossy hill, bounced over a log and careened straight toward Ferny Creek, where frogs were practicing for their own mini concert. "Stop that float," shouted Holly. The frogs leaped aside in a perfect croaking chorus, just in time. The float hit the creek, splashed through the shallow water, and kept rolling, somehow sparkling even more now that it was damp. Holly and the twins raced after it until the float finally slowed down near Bluebell Meadow, where dozens of hedgehogs were already gathering for the parade. The crowd gasped. "What a magnificent float! Look at the berry shine." It even rolled in dramatically. Holly skidded to a stop, panting. "I meant to do that." Everyone laughed. The parade begins. The parade master, a tall hedgehog with very professional-looking glasses, stepped forward. "Who does this spectacular float belong to?" he asked. Holly stepped up nervously. "I made it." "Well, with help." The parade master smiled. "Then you, Holly Prickleton, may lead this year's Great Hedgehog Parade." Pip and Sprout cheered so loudly they fell over. Holly climbed onto the float, her little heart glowing with pride. The berries sparkled. The dandelion fluff swirled. The dewdrops glittered like diamonds. And behind her, hedgehogs of every size and shape began marching, dancing, juggling, and singing. The parade wound through the forest, past the tall pine trees, over the sunny meadow, around Ferny Creek, the frogs cheered, and finally back to the center of Pineberry, where everyone celebrated with berry tarts and leaf cookies. Holly's big moment. As the festival wound down, Grandpa Prickleton wrapped an arm around Holly. "You did something grand today, Holly. Not just building the float, but believing in your own ideas." Holly smiled. "And next year, I'll build an even grander float." Pip and Sprout yelped, "Maybe a tiny bit less rolly next time." They all burst into giggles, and that night, Pineberry Forest twinkled with lanterns, laughter, and one very happy little hedgehog, who couldn't